I am Jack and this is Brian. We are every movies on YouTube. We talk about movies and films and stuff.
Hello!
Hello.
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 Okay, so Jack could not be here this week, which is unfortunate, but I have two lovely guests. Just my best of friends. Honestly, I'm glad Jack is gone.
We are too, because we needed the open spot.
So, that idiot that was just talking, that's Dylan.
Hello.
Dylan Clark.
Hello, I'm Dylan Clark.
And the idiot on my left.
I'm Ramzi McFarland.
Hi, Ramzi McFarland. How are you doing today?
I'm quite well, Brad.
I am so happy. Okay. We have some good stuff to talk about, I think, today, hopefully. Some stuff from last week, because we missed it. Mm-hmm. Spoilers, as usual, for this one, probably. You want to talk about Infinity War. Dylan wants to talk about
I also
Infinity
want to
War.
talk about Solo, but Ramsey hasn't seen Solo, so...
We're spoiling Solo, I apologize.
Solo and Deadpool 2.
And Deadpool 2?
I don't think we should spoil Deadpool 2.
Is Deadpool
What
2?
is there to spoil in Deadpool 2?
There are
that's-
things to
that's what
spoil.
I don't think there are things to spoil in
There
Deadpool
are, but you'll find out.
Yeah.
Just
Deadpool
fan
die.
service stuff.
Yeah, but that's what makes the movie fun.
I thought it was like one of the weakest parts of the movie.
Oh, what you're thinking of is not what I'm thinking of.
Okay, we'll get there. But
It's not like-
spoilers
it's
in
not a big
general.
deal.
Okay, so Jack's not here, so somebody has to read all of the names on the IMDb birthday page. Can I do it?
And it's Brian.
Who wants to do it?
Me, for the love of God, because I'm not going to talk about any of the movies.
Ramsey wants to do it. Okay, birthday jingle.
Okay.
Go!
Wait, I have to sing them?
Everybody shush for the jingle. That's how it works.
It's your birthday!
Awesome jingle, everybody.
Fantastic.
Ramsey, read the birthdays.
So we have Clint Walker, Keira Dula, Jared Gilmore, Indina Menzel,
The only person on the
Jennifer
list I've heard of.
Ellison, Mark Shepard, Rachel
but these I've never heard
Steerling,
of there.
Anton Fuqua.
Antoine Fuqua?
Yeah. You know?
Why is he so low on the list? Whatever.
Bruno Lee, Steven Tobolowsky,
You're very bad at reading
Cole
names.
Meany.
Wow.
And I just realized Ramsey should not.
Yeah, I'm the worst at this.
Give me
Michael
a-
J. Pollard,
No, let
John
him go,
Ross
let him go.
Bowie, Ted McKinley,
I
Jack
apologize if
Short,
this is taking 10
Duncan
minutes.
Jones, Jenny Mullen, Agnes Varda, or O'Meara? What the hell is that? Amra Katz, Mel Blanc, Howard Hanks, Harry Enfield, Catherine Corcoran.
Jesus Christ.
Stephanie Hutt, Meredith McRae, Hugh Griffith, Jack J. Schaffner.
How close are we?
Really close. Can we speed this up in post?
Where did you end? Oh,
Schaffner.
okay. Douglas Fowley, Ralph Carter. I'm not trying. Okay, I'll try. Ryuhei Kitamura.
Oh, Fahim Farley.
Fahim Fazli.
Oh, that is pretty far away from my face.
We're not close to the end at all. Okay.
Dear God.
I'm gonna make an executive decision here. I've never heard of any of these people. It's all of their birthdays too. Look it up. Happy birthday, all y'all.
Happy birthday. Woo!
Woohoo! Okay.
I bet one of these people are a dedicated fan and they were waiting to hear their birthday.
New releases.
All right.
Pause for jingle.
All right.
New releases,
They're out today, or tomorrow, or next week, or maybe they're already out. Who's to say?
Lovely jingle. Okay. We have one film on the agenda, even though we probably are going to talk about more. Solo, a Star Wars story,
Oh boy.
which actually came out 2 weeks ago, but whatever. We don't
I
want to
like
talk
the
about
full
it.
title.
Did it come out? No,
was it 2
didn't.
weeks ago?
It was last week.
Whoops. Deadpool 2 was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So both of those, I guess. Dylan,
Stupid.
Ramsey hasn't seen them, so I guess you start. Go.
With both of them, just like brief.
Let's start with Deadpool, because I feel like that'll be less controversial.
Okay. After seeing the first Deadpool movie, I significantly enjoyed it, but it's not. I know some people love that movie to death, and I don't love it. I think it's very, very entertaining.
Okay.
Deadpool 2 to me is I do think it's a step up from the first movie, but I think that the entertainment is so similar, it's just done better, that I felt pretty much the same way coming out of it. I think it's a better movie, for sure, but my enjoyment was very close to the first one, which is definitely not a bad thing. I know some people love it to death. I don't love it to death. I do really, really like it though.
I think it's I think how you're talking about how it's like similar to the first one, like yeah, and how it's just a step up in that entertainment factor, because really it is a comedy where it's just like telling jokes. It's more like a stand-up special than a movie.
Yeah, that's
and true. I think
but the movie
more,
portion is
I think
better
more jokes land in Deadpool 2.
Oh, I
think
actually
there's-
disagree.
Really?
I think there's funnier jokes in Deadpool 2, but I think that there was more jokes that missed in Deadpool 2. There were more times where I just was not, like, jokes just fell flat completely for me.
The funniest joke in that movie, kind of spoiler alert, but it's in the opening credits.
Oh,
You remember what they said for director?
No.
It was
yes,
directed
that
by
was
one
good.
of the, I'm going to say it because it's funny.
It's not bad. It's not really a spoiler.
Directed by one of the guys that killed John Wick's dog.
Yeah, that was really
That
good.
was really funny. I really liked that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're very funny and very fun movies to go see. I have no problem with the movie, really, as a piece of entertainment.
Oh, wait, was that a John Wick spoiler? Is that why?
No,
It's
just
not a
a-
John Wick. That's
it's
in the
just
beginning of the movie.
It's a director who worked.
It's
on
one
John
of the
Wick.
directors who did John Wick. So, they killed the dog in John Wick. It's not really... That's
Not
like
a
20 minutes
spoiler.
into John Wick.
So it's a terrible spoiler, and you shouldn't have warned people. I felt it was unnecessary. Anyway.
So you pretty much agree, but you like it a little more than me.
I like it more because I think it's, like, genuinely just, like, really well written. Like, the characters-wise. Like,
Yeah.
all the stuff with, Oh, jeez, I don't want to spoil it.
Go ahead, say Cable.
Cable's good.
Cable's good. I don't think he's great.
Yeah, I don't either. I
He's
think
good,
Brolin plays him as well as he can, as well as he's written.
Bro, savage.
All the stuff with Vanessa, I really liked.
I like that the stuff they did with her after the beginning of the movie. I did like that. I thought that was cool. That was not what I would expect from a movie like
From
Deadpool.
a movie like Deadpool,
And I
exactly.
thought they did it well. So yeah, I'll agree with that. I don't know. I didn't really have like a problem with the movie. You know, I just
had one problem with the
didn't
movie.
love it. I don't know.
The kid, I thought was just so annoying.
Really?
Yeah, I just hated the kid.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's
Fire
the kid
Fist?
from Hunt from the Wilder Peeper. Peeper.
Hunt for the Wilder People.
The Taika Waititi movie.
Indeed.
I don't think it.
All right,
I always
Dylan,
get confused with that guy's
do you
last
want to
name.
talk about Solo while I eat this chicken wing?
I would love to.
Okay,
If it
Dylan,
means
talk
you
about
can eat-
Solo. I feel
Don't-
bad for Ramsey because
don't
he
start
hasn't
up.
seen any of these movies, but
We didn't spoil anything. I feel like there's a lot to spoil in Deadpool 2.
I
Not a
don't
lot
think
of
so.
important spoilers, but there's a lot of things. They're very funny things.
Mhm.
I think the spoilers are the funniest parts of the movie, pretty much.
what are you
Especially
talking
a certain cameo.
about? That cameo is great.
That cameo is so good. There's two cameos. There's a
Ramsey, are you
cameo.
using the honey mustard sauce? You can't double dip.
Oh my
No, I'm
god.
just
Okay.
kidding.
I
You can double
apologize.
dip, you can
The
double dip.
cameos in
God
the
bless.
film. Actually, no. You're thinking of. There's so many good cameos in that movie. I'm talking about
There's
the
multiple?
ensemble cameo.
Ensemble.
The cameo with a group of people.
The X-Men?
I didn't say
Oh,
I said that.
are you talking? Just
Guys,
spoil it.
discuss
We
it.
did
When
the
they're-
spoilers.
Oh, I feel bad for Ramsey. It's not a big thing at all, but they're in the X Manor, and or X Mansion.
X-Men.
Yeah,
Where
and
for his Professor Excellence.
yes, and which they go to in the first movie as well, and they're running around and they make the same joke that they do in the first one about not having enough budget to have
Like,
more
show
than
the
just
characters.
the
Oh,
X-Men.
I know what you're talking about.
And then out of like in the background of or behind Deadpool, a door is open and Beast kind of like moves towards the door and starts to close it, and you see the entire cast of the younger X-Men, like
Like
James
the children.
McAvoy. You can see James McAvoy. I only saw James McAvoy and Quicksilver. Peter, what's his name?
I don't know his name.
I'm blanking.
I
Yes.
apologize. I don't know his name.
Yeah, no, I should know that. But yeah, I only saw them and Beast, but I'm pretty sure there were more.
I'm sure there were.
Was
Maybe Storm was
Was
there.
there a Wolverine?
We're not gonna say that.
That was.
There's other funny cameos
Oh,
in the
God.
movie. And I think the funniest one.
That's less of a cameo and more of just a joke.
Yeah, that it has no significance.
Do they
Not
go to
too
the
far.
grave?
I think the funniest
Oh my god, that
cameo. I think the funniest cameo in that movie
Is-
is
was the Vanisher.
yes.
Yeah, okay, the Vanisher. So
Um,
the character called the Vanisher, and then they reveal who it is, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And
That
there's,
also doesn't
think of
spoil
all the
'cause you
great,
won't- you
all
won't
the
know
great
what's coming.
cameos. There's no Stan Lee cameo.
Oh.
There is not. There was one in the weird short film they did to promote Deadpool 2.
Wait, it is a Marvel movie.
Yeah, there was one in Deadpool.
Yeah, why
Wait,
wasn't there?
yeah.
Is it because of the weird thing that's happening
I thought
I had no idea.
with Stanley?
I thought Stan Lee, like, that was like a staple of Marvel films to
It is.
always have a
It
Stan
is
Lee.
It
kind of
is.
weird.
That's weird. Why?
Oh,
I don't know.
I also heard, and this isn't a spoiler either, that Matt Damon is in that movie.
I wouldn't be surprised. Matt Damon's in every movie.
Matt Damon is apparently one of the, like,
Extras.
no, you know when Cable kills the two, like, hillbillies? It's
Yes.
at, like, the very beginning. He's
Is one of them Matt Damon?
He's super made up. I heard about that. So that's funny.
Matt Damon's in every movie.
I love Matt Damon.
I thought that was really funny. I totally didn't notice it
There's
at
a
all.
scene in did you guys see Unsane earlier this year?
No, I did not.
In Unsane,
He's
like
in that?
he's in there for like 10 minutes. Like there's this whole thing about like it's like a flashback, I think, if I remember correctly, to like Claire Foy like moving to the new place.
Yeah.
And like he's the guy, like the investigator that like teaches her all of the stuff about like what you should do if you're being stalked. And it's just like a scene with Matt Damon. It's just like, why are you here?
I kind of like him
feel
being
this-
in random roles that you don't hear about, except for
Interstellar.
But we won't talk about that. Okay. Should we move on to Solo?
We should.
Okay.
you
Brian,
want
why
me to
don't
start?
Actually, you start. Yeah.
Okay, so Solo. The movie, I thought, was very good. I thought it was a very
Don't attack him.
fun movie
Don't go
that
get
I
hurt.
could enjoy. I thought the characters were well thought out and done well, and it was a good prequel that explained things without going overboard most of the time. I mean, some of the fan service was pretty garbage. I think it introduced one of the best droids we've seen in Star Wars, L3, which is, I know, something that you hate, which is ridiculous to me. She's so funny.
What
I
other
think-
droids have you liked? You just had one.
K2SO is pretty great.
Yeah, I
like
love K2.
K2 is okay.
I like him.
K2's
I
I
liked him when
kind of
first
hate
saw him.
everything about Rogue One, and K2 just gets thrown in there. Like, so
Oh, and there's R2D2. I don't know.
I love R2. I'm
gotta
more, of a,
forget that
I'm,
they're droids.
I'm more of a C-3PO person.
I am.
Personally,
I'm
I've always
Something
been
about him
C-3PO.
talking.
Well, I
No,
guess,
it's
but
because
like,
you're tall and lanky.
no, I love C-3PO. But I love L3, and then I think it's like a fun movie. I think Lando's great. I think that some of the fan service is very unnecessary, over the top, dumb. I think that some of it works very well.
What?
Um,
Oh, no, actually,
fine.
continue.
Yeah,
I'll ask you about this.
The
later.
villain is whatever. Paul Bettany is entertaining, but
I
he's
agree with
not.
that.
He's also not the point of conflict of the movie. So like, it's very much about inner
Yep.
conflict, which I thought was just interesting from a writing perspective. Kira, I thought was really cool, and if like she does get a movie, which I guess this kind of foreshadows.
I'm not sure what they're. I honestly.
I don't know
where
what their
they're
plans
going.
are at all. But if she did get her own movie, I'd be like not that sad about it.
Not that sad.
Well, I mean, I don't like love the whole Disney vacation
Mm-hmm.
thing of Star Wars. I like love how Star Wars is like one thing that you get every 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
or every like year and a half, or however long it takes. 2
Yeah.
years. So like, I'm not looking forward to when Star Wars is as frequent as Marvel, but for now,
Right.
a Kira movie would be interesting.
Well, we have gotten 2 Star Wars movies in the last like 7 months.
We have. Correct.
That's pretty Marvel.
We don't have a third one until.
That's true. That's true.
Third one's December 2019.
No, I agree. I
And
mean,
Marvel's
I'm not saying
3
it
a
is.
year.
Marvel's 3 a year.
Plus, that's because they.
But
had-
guys, Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out in July, which means we get like 7 months with no Marvel. I'm so excited.
we'll get there.
Okay.
I thought Solo. So okay, I think it's important to note that, and Ramsey actually disagrees with me. I did not like The Last Jedi overall. I think that some of it is very, 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 very good, but I think some of it is terribly written, and so overall, I just did not enjoy it like coming out of it, and I actually do think some of the movie's just boring. Which, so that's how I felt about The Last Jedi. So going into Solo, I actually like didn't care at all. I did not think I would like it, and then I came out and I just thought it was really boring the whole time, and I wanted it to end like basically after the first act, because to me the first act was interesting enough. I actually like I don't want to spoil too much, but the whole thing with like practical effects at the beginning, you know what I'm talking about. There's a character who's entirely practical, who's voiced by someone famous. I'm pretty sure. I don't actually know who she is, but you know what I'm talking
Alfred?
about? No,
What are you talking
no, no. You know the what's her name?
Oh, that character. I have no
Yes.
idea.
So I
know
actually,
who you're talking about.
I actually
Yeah.
thought that was kind of cool because I was like, oh, this seems very like original trilogy to me, and I didn't have a problem with it. But
I'm touched.
then I thought like I don't know, and I didn't mind the train sequence. I thought that was entertaining enough. But after that, I felt like it lost all direction. Like, I had no idea where the movie was going, and not for a good reason to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it felt like it was just going from scene to scene, and we knew it was going to end up being the Kessel Run. But I thought the Kessel Run was also, it had to be overly dramatized because it's a movie. Like, to me, I feel like he could have just, I don't know, the fact that he made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs is what he says, right?
Less than 12.
Yeah. Well,
If you're round down.
yeah. That's
Round down from mine.
12.9.
I think that would be enough, but they had to have, like, you know, the CGI monster in there.
So to be clear, the Kessel Run is where the line in the trailer is. I thought we were in trouble there for a moment.
Yes, that's the point
We're fine.
that happens in. That doesn't happen in the movie. But I don't care. I mean, I don't really care at all.
Could I also ask, how long is a parasect?
A parsec? I have no idea.
Like, how long does it take him to complete the run?
There's something
Like,
about a
time-wise.
parsec being a measure of distance.
Oh.
In relation, like a light year, kind of.
I don't know,
Oh.
but I'm pretty sure it's not time.
How fast do you do it in the film? Like,
In the film, it's like 12 point something.
Yeah, like.
Oh, I have
how
no
much
idea.
Screen time.
It's
Kessel Run?
not that long. It's like 20 minutes.
Alright.
Yeah. So it's the third act, like, final thing. Oh, no, it isn't.
No, it's not.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I thought it was going to be. It felt like it was to me.
It's the end of the second act.
I don't know. That movie felt extremely long to me. So, and then the whole bit after the Kessel Run, which I personally felt like a really, like, bloated CGI. I mean, there's a scene.
It's like the thing in
They're doing it
Rogue
just
One.
for the part where the creature and the black hole thing, that is purely for something visually interesting to happen, because otherwise it wouldn't.
Hey guys, look, we have visuals.
Well,
And I don't think it's interesting. I mean, I think it's, like, neat to look at. The effects are, like, good the whole film. But I don't know, it just felt like the movie was as unnecessary as it seemed it was going to be.
for me,
I wasn't enjoying it. So that's where it comes down. Well, that's what it comes down to me.
really into the character of Han Solo. I think he's just interesting from the original trilogy, and I was like, we don't know a lot about him, like, surprisingly. So I was interested in the prequel going in. And one of the first things that he tells us in the original trilogy is, I'm the guy that made the Kessel Run in under 12 parsecs. So you want to know about that. And you got to know that if he's bragging about it, it's something extreme, and it's something that's crazy.
Brash.
Like, it's something that's, like going to be difficult.
There's no way that he gets the amount of, like, infamy he has for saying that without it being something.
Exactly. So,
Also, I
is
don't
the whole
understand.
thing...
I never understood, and this is because I'm not, like, Jack level of Star Wars fan, but
I'm not either.
also Jack, I'm sorry.
I feel
don't
bad
love
we have to
so
have
much.
this conversation without Jack.
Yeah, me too.
But whatever.
But I kind of appreciate it because I'd be getting destroyed here. But no, the Kessel Run, I never understood that wasn't meant to be a measure of capability of a ship. I thought that the Kessel Run was referring to some kind of race, and I had no idea that it was like a salt mine or whatever it is.
No, so you
Well,
just
it's kind of weird. It's like I
Yeah,
made the Kessel Run.
I completely picked up on that without even seeing Solo.
The Kessel Run.
Yeah.
You
I
picked up
imagine it was some, like, treacherous journey that Han Solo made in record time.
in record time, but why would they be measuring that? I don't understand why. Like, they said that
The Kessel Run is something famous that
Right.
usually takes... He said, like, the lowest was 20 parsecs.
But why are they measuring that? Why?
What do you mean, why are they
Why are
measuring
they?
that?
Why
Because
is it like?
Because it's an achievement as a
Why is
pilot.
it? But why?
Because
If you're a pilot, you want to go the fastest.
it's
Right, but why the
difficult to-
Kessel Run? Isn't that just like a salt planet mining
'cause it's
excavation thing?
difficult
No,
to
they
travel.
call the Kessel Run, like, going from, like, getting out of Kessel through that whole, like, weird space, like...
But he went through a
Thing?
shortcut. No one else does that.
Yeah, because you run into the giant monster.
Correct. So it's not about him being. I don't know. It's a little
It is
weird.
about him being a good
Yeah, I
pilot
guess- I
because
guess-
he
I guess.
escaped a
Toe-to-toe
giant
with the
monster.
But he also has to use hyperfuel.
So?
I assume no one else. I mean, it doesn't matter. That's not an actual
But I
argument.
mean,
But
that's just him being an even better pilot by being able to
Well, he
use
doesn't do it.
hyperfuel.
Woody
Who
Harrelson
comes
does
up with it?
Kira?
Kira?
I can't remember.
Beckett? Not Beckett.
Not Beckett.
Either Lando.
It might have been Beckett.
It was either Lando
Anyways,
or Kira.
I want to say though, I think Alden Ehrenreich did a really good job.
Alden Ehrenreich.
Some people think he didn't. I thought he did a really good job.
If he-
I don't think he seems like Han Solo, but I really don't care. Like,
Because he's not doing an impersonation.
Yeah, I'm fine with
He's
that.
doing an embodiment. You
I
know?
thought
it's like,
Donald Glover was doing an impersonation. I actually did not like him
Donald Glover
as Lando.
Get
Yeah.
out
I actually didn't like him as Lando.
I thought he was
I thought he was fine.
charismatic.
Oh,
he was
I
so
don't know.
interesting. Like, he was just fun to watch. And that's what Lando is.
I thought he was one of the boring parts of the movie.
I think he's so interesting. Like, the whole, oh god, I don't know what the card game's called. Sabak?
Yeah.
The whole Sabak game was so fun to watch. Just, like,
I
these
don't
two
know.
charismatic guys going at it at a cards game. Like, it's not like a game of wit or a game of,
I had no idea.
Skip.
It was just the movie
this
telling me how the game
like,
works.
two people, like, seeing whose balls are bigger. Like,
But it was
It
also
was
like
quite literally a
I
talk
had
measuring contest.
I had little understanding on how the game was like who was up, who was down. I just got the impression that like
I wish I knew more about the game.
Yeah, I assume
but also-
Star Wars fans understand, but like they would
no, I don't
eventually-
think Star Wars fans understand.
Really?
No.
I
Because they would just sometimes go like, "Oh, I put everything in," and you're like, "Oh."
Well, that's how poker
Oh.
plays. That's how, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know, but that I felt the whole scene was like, I mean, it's not a bad scene. I never thought that there were any terrible scenes. I just thought there were so many scenes that were worthless. Like the revolution that L3 starts. That scene.
It's just funny.
oh, it's dismal.
My
I hate
God.
That scene.
Okay, so
Is this
I'll
like
explain
Korg
to
and
you the
Ragnar?
character of L3. L3,
SJW Jordan.
yes,
That is
and she's hilarious. She's so funny.
she's a what?
She's an SJW,
social
basically.
justice
She's-
worker. Hardcore.
Oh.
Worker?
Oh, that's so
Social
funny.
justice warrior.
Same idea.
No, it's not. Okay.
It's so funny. Are all of her
Yeah, she'd
comments
probably
just
beat me
incredibly
up for saying
progressive?
worker.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I love it. I love how
Well,
like,
she
Donald Glover
basically
recently-
she
someone,
thinks
This
Lando's
is
into
America.
him. I love how like
that
she's just like a feminist.
yeah, but
like
I really wanted Lando when she dies. Who cares? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I would care about Deadpool.
that's such a good scene.
When she dies, I really want Lando to be like, whatever. She meant nothing to me.
Why?
That would be so funny because she's like, I know he's into me.
Yeah, I know.
I thought they were playing it for laughs. It's so funny when she gets
No.
shot. After that, it's not funny because he's crying. But
Why is it funny when she gets shot?
I thought it was meant to be comedic. I seriously did.
This is a droid character.
When H.O.S.O. dies, so sad. Like,
Yeah. Oh, right there.
Yeah,
Did you
that got me.
laugh when L3 died?
I chortled.
Actually?
I
Yeah.
think it's really funny that
I
Dylan
thought
felt
it was
bad
intentional.
about saying other spoilers, but he just threw this one out there because
I
he thought it
actually
was
did know about it
hysterical.
going into it that she was gonna die, but I also heard that she was annoying from reviewers. So, but mixed.
I
People,
love L3.
Some people like.
Some people you either love or hate L3.
I really.
I think
not.
L3 is one of the best part of the movie because I think she's just
I
hilarious.
think Beckett is one of the best parts of the movie.
I love Beckett. I
Mainly
also
because of
love
Beckett
Beckett. It's
also.
like a mentor. It's like Han Solo's mentor.
I
He's
like
like
Kira,
passing.
too. I like
I love
Kira, too.
Kira.
I don't love them. I think they're interesting enough. But
I
they're also
love
kind
both
of
of them. I think
generic
they're
at the
both
same
interesting.
time. And I really like Amelia Clarke and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I thought this was like the first movie that Amelia Clarke's done that's not Game of Thrones.
She did a
that
good job.
Has been good. Amelia Clarke's always garbage in everything. except for-
I only know Terminator Genesis.
Exactly.
That is fair.
Big Ryan's point.
Proving.
All right, should we
Okay.
move on? Because we could talk about this forever, and we'll probably
We
talk
could.
about it with Jack at some point.
Okay, we can move on. That's fine. That's just. That's
I
fine.
think that the movie
Brian
is
clearly doesn't want to, but they're
fine,
forcing
but
him.
not for me.
Okay.
I do want to make comments about Infinity War at some point.
Okay, we should do that now.
Okay.
I think we should do that now
Can I real quick?
because I don't
run
have a
through
section
these?
for that in here. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Don't blow through them real quick. I want to rebut. As
Okay,
we go.
okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is in response.
So this is in response if
to
you
the
didn't
podcast
watch
last
episode
week.
3,
Yes, I think
2 weeks ago, because we didn't have one last week.
I was listening to it,
And
and
took some
they're not
notes.
as big Marvel fans as I am, which
No,
is
we are.
fair. I'm not like.
I'd also love to have that conversation, like Solo versus Infinity War.
Well,
but we
yeah,
can,
if we have time, we can
Yeah.
try to. But so some of the things said were not entirely true in my
That's-
opinion.
possible.
So which is
You
yeah,
guys
which
don't
makes
care.
sense. But I just wanted to bring them up. So the first thing that you guys said, and I've seen this online, and this is also my opinion, but I feel pretty strongly about it. They say that why does Thanos kill half the population when he can just like create many more resources for everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that something that people assume the Infinity Gauntlet can do?
I don't know. That was something Jack said.
People have said that. I think that's like a wild.
I have no
assumption.
idea.
I actually think that that doesn't make sense, not because of limiting the Gauntlet's powers usage, but because of like Thanos' mentality. Like, if
He's
you
also the
double the,
Mad Titan.
resources, like the population is just gonna keep growing and keep eating resources faster. So you're still gonna run out of resources just at a later time.
Well, fair enough. But anyways,
Um,
I just didn't think I never got the impression that it was that powerful because then he could just snap his fingers and everyone would be in bliss instantly. Like it doesn't have to.
To me,
that seems like a wild overshoot on what the gauntlet can do. From what we know.
I don't know if that's possible.
Right.
So I'll give you that one. That doesn't change my opinion about anything.
Oh.
About literally anything.
Okay, moving
I
on,
still don't think the character
moving
makes
on.
any sense.
I thought that because I think that's an unfair argument, but
Sure.
Vision.
Is this the knives thing?
Yes.
I have no idea.
So they said last week.
Do they say
that?
this?
Yes, they do. They do. I know because I'm insane.
Keep going.
They
didn't know
said
what
that
that meant.
Vision. They made the comment that it was kind of weird that he phases through everything in all the other movies, and then he gets stabbed like multiple times in this movie.
Yeah, that's like
Is that addressed?
that's
They
the
say
entire point.
they say
Okay.
that the scepters of oh god.
Gall
Glaive. No, something
no,
glaive.
no, something that
Something.
fancy.
I-
The
Okay, that
Black
doesn't
Order
matter.
guy.
Yeah.
Anyways, oh god, it's sad that I almost know their names, all of them. Okay.
It is.
Well, yeah. So
Continue.
he uses those scepters are
I don't want to know what they're made out of.
I don't know what they're made out of.
Okay.
They say in the movie
Okay.
that for some reason he can't.
Then that is a thing that me and Jack both missed.
Yes.
That is
Sure.
That's all. I'm
That's
just addressing.
100% possible because
Okay.
we're not watching it again. Hell no.
Also, this one's a little bit. I'm not sure on my part, but I also think it's unfair to assume this.
Okay.
And I also heard this from other people.
Mhm.
Thanos is not said. I don't think he's ever said to be the very, very last of his population. Is he?
He's never said to be, but it's highly implied.
He's
Yeah,
also,
because of the
and I know you don't
ruined
like this,
Titan.
but in the comics, he's like abnormal for his population.
Yes,
So you wouldn't know, like people wouldn't look like him.
he's incredibly. He's like.
He's like a
I-
mutant on his planet, basically.
Oh wait, you mean being purple?
No, like being
Like
huge in purple.
I knew that he was like.
He's
Like because we go back to Titan and he talks about his time as a
Right.
child, and he like did. I think he like
he was like heavily assaulted for
Yeah.
being,
because of his ideals like.
and also his
Our plans
literal
and
like
culture.
physical appearance.
Which was not, to clarify, was not
No,
something that
no,
was brought up in
not
the film.
in the movie, for whatever reason. But I think
Yep, that seems like something that probably would have been beneficial to the character. Sorry.
Well,
Continue.
Well, it would kind of. Yeah. Okay. So, he knew the whole planet was doomed, so he fled, and I think it's
Correct.
safe to assume that everyone did, because you guys said, "Well, why didn't other people flee?" I don't think it's fair to say, "Oh yeah, no one else, everyone just stayed there."
So so
I would assume people left.
the
and I don't-
crutch of that argument is if your planet is dying of overpopulation,
leave and go to another planet.
exactly. Because in this universe, that is something that is seemingly easy to do.
So I will say this: if he could get off on like a giant donut spaceship. I don't know why that was a problem for them, but maybe he's just saying that his planet itself was destroyed
Yeah, like
and not the
it was
people.
run into the ground because of lack of reason.
Regardless, maybe they're really stupid and they couldn't figure it out. It doesn't matter. That's not. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's one where we can't really.
We can't know.
Yeah, we
but
can't know on
because
either
we
side.
can't know. I think that's a problem.
Okay, fair. And then also you guys briefly said, and this is not like a big thing.
Yep.
That
More
you
just
thought
mistakes,
that, well,
probably.
that Thanos was not a mistake in the film, but Thanos was the generic big bad booming bad guy, and
That's what I almost wish it was.
That's what Marvel always does, but like in their villains, and I think that's not always true.
Okay.
Like Zemo and
if I can clarify
Yes.
that point,
like mindless big hulking people or mindless like punchy people.
I don't think that a lot of the. I'm not saying when we say that a lot of them are mindless, large brutes that just walk around punching things.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is that a lot of Marvel villains have goals that are seemingly or plans that are seemingly mindless. Zemo is a good example of an exception to that. Mm-hmm. As is Killmonger, as is.
I mean, Hela has a pretty distinct plan.
No, yeah, but okay, what I'm saying is a lot of Marvel characters, villains especially, either are so insignificant that I don't care, or are the only reason I care is because their plan is to end the world.
Right. Okay.
Which
fair.
is something that I think is a poor way to write a villain.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, comic book villains, but I know you don't like that. We'll move on from there. The Peter Quill moment
is so soap opera.
Yes, so it's very.
God.
I said it's very soap opera. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be realistic to some degree.
To some degree, I
bought it the first time with no questions, so I don't know, but I can understand the argument.
To some degree, I buy it happening.
Yeah.
If it was anyone but Star-Lord, I wouldn't for it in a minute. If it was anyone but Star-Lord. But it is Star-Lord.
Yeah.
So
it's funny that I disagree with Brian.
To an extent, I buy it, but when you're watching really it, I'm like, this is so freaking stupid. Just stop doing what you're doing. You're a moron.
Can I... Wait, go ahead, Ramsey.
I can't see a way you can justify...
Not his character actions. You justify the fact that he would have done that as a character.
No, you can't. I don't think you can.
I think that's the way that Peter... I think that... Okay, I don't want to defend Infinity War. Jesus.
I don't think Peter Quill is can be seen as brash enough to literally kill.
I think he's impulsive.
I think he could. I don't know.
Okay,
I
actually think that you can compare that to the moment where he finds out that whatever the hell Kurt Russell's name is in Guardians 2.
Yeah.
He finds out that
and
he's like, I killed my mother. Instantly starts firing.
That's actually really good. Wow, what a great Marvel defense.
Yeah, that's my favorite moment. That's one of my favorite moments in all of Marvel.
I do like that moment.
There's not a lot of great moments in Marvel. That's one of my favorite moments in Marvel.
Brainwashed.
I have something against
this
as well.
I do buy the character doing it. It's just such a stupid thing to do that I wish it didn't happen.
But I kind of feel like that's the point. You're supposed to be frustrated with him.
Well, yeah, because he literally accidentally kills half the universe.
And then he dies.
It'll be undone.
It'll all be undone. See, sorry.
All right,
that was a conversation we were having another time.
But there is an issue with that scene, a huge issue. So since I've seen it a couple times,
Jesus,
Nebula just sits in the back, and she's like, "Oh yeah, she's dead. Like she's definitely dead. He came back with the Soul Stone. She's gone." And, she's dead. And Peter's sitting there, clearly, fuming, and Nebula just sits in the back. You can see her literally out of focus, just sitting there. He goes after her, or after Thanos, and she just stands there. It's really weird. It's really weird. That's a bad moment.
I almost feel like Nebula
can
be seen as an antagonist for that. Instigating Peter
she wants him
Quill
dead. Maybe she was like, yeah, go ahead. But anyways, the next point, I'm almost done. Is that I think that the whole argument that they shouldn't follow the comic books is a little unfair because half of their fan base is comic book freaks. So they're gonna lose. They are obligated to some degree. Not at this point they are. I think not if they had started with a different direction, like something like Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy.
Okay. So how I'd approach that is there is no scenario where a source material makes the movie.
But it can make the money.
It can, but I 100%...
Don't let him go after Marvel.
I 100% guarantee you that the amount of Marvel fans, people that go to see Marvel movies, the 250 something...
But there is a good
The 250 something billion dollars that they made with Infinity War.
Opening weekend.
It's 250 million opening weekend, right?
Yeah.
So out of those people...
So I really like opening weekend numbers.
Sure.
Freak.
So out of those $257 million that they made, maybe 10% of that has ever opened a Marvel comic book. Maybe 5% of that cares.
I completely agree.
I've never opened
it's such
anything
a small amount of the fan base.
Actually, I have.
People only care. The reason that people care about the comic books in today's age is because of the movies.
Yeah, that's
people
true.
People like searching the comic books so that they can try to figure out what's going to happen in the next movie. That's
Jack's here.
Jack's here. Jack is here. He's going to be joining the conversation in just a second. We will be right back. Here's a jingle.
Oh my God! I love Jack.
Welcome back, Jack's here.
Hey, I'm here.
Hi, Jack.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm happy.
Good. I thought you were Brian.
Oh
God!
Oh God! Oh God!
Oh God! Stunned silence.
Okay. Do you remember the point that we were making?
We were
before?
talking about comics, but we should probably move on from that.
Okay. Do you have any more on your Infinity War list?
Oh God. Okay, not many. I'll just be quick. I talked to you about this, but
Okay.
The stone that, and these are some of the things that you guys talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Or
Oh my
last
God,
week.
are those are notes?
Yeah, he took a lot of notes.
I'm a fan.
Our one fan.
But-
Get away with it.
We shouldn't have you on
pink
the
girl,
show.
the pink girl in Guardians of the
Oh
Galaxy.
my
Yeah.
god, I don't care.
So
it's
she-
the Power Stone.
Okay,
It's the
okay.
Power Stone,
No,
not the
I
Space
gotta
Stone.
clarify. I gotta
don't
clarify.
care.
So she grabs the Power Stone, which disintegrates her instantly, which is something that they mention like before it happens.
Yeah. And then all the
Right,
Guardians
and it blows up the whole shop that gets whatever. Anyways,
Yeah, the collector.
So yes, so the Red Skull grabs the Space Stone. In that scene, you can literally see like a portal open up, and you can see space above
Okay.
him. Like it's very, very
Space.
Okay,
obvious.
so
grabbing a stone won't like he wasn't supposed to. Red Skull being
I,
not dead because of food doesn't
yeah.
make any sense. I won't talk about that.
Wait, because of food?
Like,
Yeah, he can't
where
eat.
the hell is he getting anything to survive?
He's a Dementor. And I don't think he needs to eat.
I mean, that's probably the reason if they have one.
no, but I actually clarified this in a comment that was left on our last
did you?
podcast. So comment if you want us to see plug.
Wait,
Okay.
Yeah, fuck, that
My
was
friend,
good.
my friend Robert commented.
Did he say
He was like, Red Skull was teleported by Space Stone or whatever, and I was like, okay. The point is not that Red Skull. Like the point is not we don't know how it happened. The point is that it's stupid that it ever happened.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary and ridiculous. He was a Nazi. Why is that what?
But yeah, on that note, if you like Marvel and hate us, like, subscribe, leave a comment.
Just going for the
Basically, you
once
guys
you
can
put
bash
more-
Marvel, and then every once in a while, I'll just come on, and then like your
our
Marvel
one
fans
fan
will
will
be like,
come on and we'll get 0 views that weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marvel.
Okay,
fans,
okay,
like, we don't have 10 subscribers.
real quick, I don't think we should talk about this, but I'm gonna
I
bring
won't
it up.
talk about it.
It's not much to talk about. That's why. Ebony Maw, you guys said that he had like pretty random powers.
He does.
He's
Maw.
only a telekinetic. That's it.
That is not established.
It is.
No.
He
he's
does
not.
nothing else in the entire film.
No, that's the point. But like, nobody's ever like he's a telekinetic.
But
It's not established that
it's
that's
like
what he can
it's
do.
like if a character's reading minds the whole film, and at the end you're like, I don't know.
No,
what
but
he
he's
does.
like in the beginning of the movie, and he doesn't do anything, and then there's a fight
He
scene
does.
where he's
He-
a telekinetic.
Then I guess the
No,
problem
he's a
is they didn't-
telekinetic at the very beginning.
'cause
He chains up Thor.
He chains up Thor, exactly.
Cool.
I guess
Telekinetic.
That like okay, him using telekinesis doesn't say to me, okay, his one power is telekinesis, and I'm very excited to
I
watch
think
him
it
use
does if
telekinesis
he-
for the rest of the
But
film.
he doesn't use anything else.
Well, there are so many characters that have telekinesis and something else. Why would you
I
not
can't name a
expect
single
something else?
character. No, but, like-
Because
Just
Scarlet Witch has
telekinesis.
red misty thing.
Yeah, that's not telekinesis.
Yeah, that's what Scarlet Witch's powers
It's
are.
really
No, but
weird
like,
bullshit that
but-
isn't
but, like,
telekinesis.
Scarlet Witch has some weird power issues. I'll agree with that, but I don't know.
I think a lot of the
Conjure's
characters have
right.
some weird
Yeah,
power
yeah, that's
issues.
true.
Scarlet Witch, the
Thor.
new Iron Man suit, Thor,
Wait,
Doctor
what-
Strange.
What about the new Iron Man?
It can do.
I don't
anything.
think
I
Doctor
agree, I agree
Strange
with that.
can
It's pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
It's like
He clarified the vision thing. Did you hear about this? Apparently, the scepters that
They
they
do
use,
say this.
like, can pierce vision for some reason.
Because he's made from the
Because he's
Mind
made from
Stone,
the Mind Stone.
which
And,
was in
like-
one of the scepters.
and they're,
So
like-
I assume it's something
They're
like that.
apparently.
Wait,
Apparently, they mentioned that.
I
in
just
the
want to
movie.
clarify for the recording that I was rolling my eyes there.
Okay,
yeah, I
okay,
didn't
wait.
give a crap.
Okay, wait. Okay, so I just want to say Doctor Strange is like built upon the idea that we have no idea what his power set is. And
I
that's
love
what makes
Doctor
it
Strange.
fun.
I
That's
don't
what makes
care. I
him
love
fun.
Doctor Strange. I think Doctor
That's what I
Strange
like
is the
about it.
most entertaining character to watch fight by
No, he's
far.
entertaining,
I agree because
absolutely.
you don't know what he's gonna do.
You don't know what he's gonna do, and
He's a
everything that
mystic
he
arts
and
guy.
everything that he does is visually
But does
interesting.
Yes.
he know what
Yes.
he's going to
I
do?
think Ebony Maw is the same, but not nearly as cool. Not nearly as cool. But like he's cool
No,
to
but,
watch,
like,
and he
we-
does random stuff.
But like we at
Telekinesis.
least like watch. We have the whole movie watching Doctor Strange train. Like we're like,
Well,
okay,
yeah,
his
but
powers
it's like
are
a-
kind of like this. We get an idea, but like a person's not just like thrown into a fight scene and is like, I wonder what he can do.
But if we're gonna have a petty villain, may as well be a fun, cool petty villain.
Yeah, but, like, you
think
can-
Ebony
you can-
Maw is the strongest.
He got, and then he got
out of
snoked.
I think
would
they're-
compare
I
him to
think-
Because he
Snoke.
has more than 2 lines.
I think like literally all of them are unnecessary and shouldn't be there.
Well, okay,
And the
I'm
Black
not
Matter.
disagreeing
Yeah.
because I think
They're
they're
all
fine
ridiculous.
But can I just say, I think he's literally Snoke from The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
he throws people
looks
around
like it.
randomly
Yeah,
and then
he-
gets killed in a cheap way because you know the heroes can't kill him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine with that.
that's fair.
I
Except he's
didn't
super
mind
cool and
Snoke's
stuff,
death in The Last Jedi. I thought that was kind of cool. Okay,
And
The
they'll
last
probably
couple.
still expand on Snoke. And he was still a character in the first
Oh no, he's
Who's ready for the Snoke
He's
prequel?
way more important than Ebony Maw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's ready for the Snoke prequel?
Okay, wait. Thanos.
Oh yes.
Another
Snoke,
thing.
a Star Wars for it. Sorry.
Another thing is, you guys said, why wouldn't Thanos just use the Power Stone to destroy the whole planet?
Well, not necessarily to destroy the planet.
To destroy any,
Not necessarily to
destroy
destroy
any
a planet.
planet that he's on.
No, just to win any fight.
Because it's so powerful.
Yes.
Fair. Next. I guess the only thing I can say is that maybe like using it through the gauntlet makes it less powerful. I don't know. I
had a conversation with
I really couldn't tell you that.
Aiden O'Meara about this.
What is it?
He claimed
It's just movie.
that he said that it was part of Thanos' character.
I would say that could be true, but that's a little bit of a stretch.
I think it's such a no.
Well, he tries
he's
to
not
kill Iron
arrogant.
Man
He
anyways.
thinks he believes in fairness, and that's what Aiden was talking about.
Perfectly bad.
The whole and like the whole like it's not a specific race that's getting killed. It's just random people.
And, like,
So
higher and lower.
he was claiming that Thanos' whole idea is fairness, so he's not going to use the advantages that he has. To which I say, no, screw you. That's stupid.
I
I can
personally
understand that.
I can
really
see
liked-
it. I think that's a stretch, and I don't think you get it
I
from the
agree.
movie.
I thought, like, yes, it is a plot hole in the film, but I thought it worked in the film very well,
agree.
the way he used the powers. Because, like, he didn't, like, overuse any of the powers. Like, the film would not have been entertaining. You guys don't think it's entertaining anyway. When the movie
It would not have
entertaining
worked. They
if
did
Doctor
it
Strange
the best they
just
could.
rewound every single second.
Well,
Like, they
No,
fight,
correct,
he's like,
but
oh, I lost,
also,
I'm just going to rewind that.
in that
Let's go again.
in that case,
why didn't wait? Did
Then-
I bring up this point in the last podcast?
I don't know.
This is my favorite.
Why didn't he?
I don't know.
Why didn't Doctor Strange just do the little backward in time thing? And
Well,
make
Mamamoo, I've
make
come to
Thanos a
bargain.
little itty bitty baby.
Oh,
Take
no,
love and
yes, you
snap
did say
little
this.
baby Thanos neck.
I don't think you can
That moment.
do that with the time.
You can.
Yeah, you
stone.
can.
No,
But
because
Apple-
They brought Vision back. to
But
life.
then time turners, it's the exact same. It's like I'm gonna flick it 5,000 times, get back to his birth, because he's doing this, right?
Okay.
And that it like only brings it back a couple moments. Even in Doctor Strange, it only goes back a couple, maybe
That's fair.
30 minutes.
Like, he would have to break his
I
arm.
think it's the same issue with the time turn.
even then when Star-Lord is being a soap opera,
Oh, he could rewound.
just be like,
Yeah.
No.
get the heck out.
Clearly, Doctor Strange.
Is he doing something? I don't remember.
Clearly, Doctor Strange knows that it has to play out this way. He does too much.
Oh my
stupid
god,
things.
I hate that. Can I just say real quick? Can I have a moment? I hate that because you can take any plot hole, you can take anything that Doctor Strange does that is stupid, that doesn't make any sense, and you can say, "Oh well, he saw all the possibilities." Like that's not an
But
excuse.
he's only
That's
stupid.
just
He's only stupid after he does the rewindy thing and looks into the future. So I feel
yeah.
like that's meant to be a clear connection.
Also, if he can quickly look into, if he can
quickly, he's like jabbing out. Like,
no, but
Everybody's
in
like,
4
Jesus Christ.
million,
Oh, yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
if he's quickly looking into 4 million futures,
many
then
million.
is it 14 million? You know the number. I know you
No,
know
I
the
don't,
number.
I don't.
You did know the
No,
number
I
at
did.
one point
I
in
did,
time.
but I just seen the movie.
14,607. If I'm not mistaken.
Something like that.
It's something in 6 actually.
No, it's 7.
It's 6.
Anyway, keep
Shut
going.
up. If he can do that quickly, then why can't he go back in time quickly? Why can't? So why?
Why can't he go back in time? He's just looking.
you're
in
saying
he's
at the
not
moments.
experiencing the futures. He's looking in the futures.
That's such a. Again, okay. So the problem with the Infinity Stones again is not that
Oh yeah,
Like-
well they're continuity disasters.
exactly.
I agree with that, but I think they do a good job.
14,605.
Do you think?
Ah, damn.
Do you think Doctor Strange could wipe his own memory real quick? Like if he sees something, like let's say he walks in on I
His
don't know,
parents
something
shagging.
bad. Come on.
Good one,
sure,
Ramsey.
his parents shagging. He walks in on that. Do you think he could just like do it on himself? He's like, what happened?
I know. I don't think so. Yo, I do have a question though.
Such a-
This
Okay,
is
that's-
this is with you guys.
Such
Like
a stupid point.
a
That's
weird
really
plot point.
funny.
when Thanos rewinds, brings Vision back.
Yeah.
This is just another like continuity issue with the stones.
Which is going on.
Scarlet Witch is totally aware of everything. She's like, "Oh my god, he's being brought back to life." She's not going back in time, but the trees and the explosion all comes back. So like, is everything going back in time, or is it just like?
You're just
That is
exploding.
something that is completely unclear
It's
in
weird.
every
It's
Time
weird.
Stone movie.
No,
Wait,
it's clear
no,
in Doctor Strange
Is it?
because he like
When he does
He
the
takes
thing
them out
when
of
he
the-
does when he does the thing with the
Yeah.
apple.
no
is
when
everything
he in
going
the
back? in time?
No, it's not. I
No,
guess it's
just the
focused.
apple.
But when at the very end,
So you can focus
No,
on it.
I
I
think
imagine
he
it's
must
just
be
a
able to,
time
which is
stone.
kinda still-
just a mind stone. He's
Yeah,
like
he
just
must have been.
resetting the
Iron
mind
Man
stone.
shoots
But
his
everything,
lasers.
but it's not just the Mind Stone because everything
Mind.
is going back to normal.
What do you mean?
I mean, I guess.
Oh, so
Yeah,
like the
but everything
explosion
was
caused
With
by the
mind,
Mind Stone?
I guess, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Anyways,
What
that
conversation
situation,
you guys had?
in Doctor Strange when he's rerunning like the whole city, he like
He's in the
takes
mirror
people
thing.
out of it. They're not in the mirror thing.
They're not?
I just
Yes, they
recently
are.
watched it
Mirror
again.
dimension?
No, they're not.
When they're like
No.
twisting New
Oh no,
York?
yeah, there. I'm talking about the very end when they're rewinding the explosion
Oh yeah, no, they're not in the mirror.
with like the window screensaver on top of them. Yeah,
No window screen
they he like people are all going back except
Yeah.
him, and he has
Yes.
to take. Yeah, so I guess it's focused. Whatever. My last thing. We're here.
That's good.
No, this
We
is,
do need to move on, James.
Okay.
Love God.
For the love.
A lot of Marvel movie directors aren't actually big name people before.
That's correct.
I think that was something you guys said was not the case last time. I don't know.
Hey, just real quick, Ramsey, could you eat that pizza any louder?
No,
Okay,
I think they take
recency, they
They're-
have been. Like,
Big name?
specifically recency. Recently.
Ryan Coogler. Tycho's not a big name.
yes, he is.
They are...
Taika's a big name.
Yes,
Before Thor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Flight of the Conchords.
I only
what we
knew.
do
He's
in
a,
Shadows.
okay, so we
But
call
what
them
we do
big
in
names
Shadows
because
is
they...
like indie.
We call them big names because they're big names among indies, which is what we meant
Oh,
at
Okay,
that
that's
time.
fair. That's fair.
Which is what we
I
meant
thought
at
you
that
meant
time.
like people think like I feel like Ryan
They-
Coogler is way better known than Taika Waititi.
He is.
Yeah.
Just blatantly, because he did
Okay.
Creed. But
Scott Derrickson. Yeah, so I guess
For
that's
those
before. Okay, fair. And then this isn't Infinity War, but in response to something else, the Matt Dillon thing for the House of Jack built.
Yeah, I was gonna bring
It's
that up.
yeah. I mean, this
Uh,
is. I agree with you.
what
Yeah,
about
go
it?
ahead. Bruce Campbell.
Yeah. So I made a comment last time when we were talking about the house that Jack built. I said Matt Dillon is the guy from, was it Ash?
Yeah, Ash versus Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. I was wrong. It's Bruce Campbell.
No, wait, yeah.
But
no,
they look
You
so
They
crazy.
do
Listen,
look.
man.
No,
I'm kidding, I had no
I
idea.
laughed because I thought that they looked so similar, but no one had talked about it.
Yeah, Dylan and
No,
I had a
I
conversation.
never.
They
I never
look
once
very
made the
similar to
connection.
me.
Very similar.
Okay, so...
Wait, he's not. Oh, he is
Guys.
the main character.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
we're done.
move on.
We're
Let's
done.
move on.
We are at 46 minutes and we haven't started movie news, so we
Should
should
we
do
just
that.
do that?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jingle.
Jingle!
It is time for movie news.
Cool, we're
Look what
back.
happens when Jack isn't here.
Okay, so I feel like these are all really fast.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do it real quick. Okay, so Shoplifters won the Palme d'Or. That was 2 weeks ago.
Yummy, yummy.
That movie looks amazing from an indie perspective.
I
Every
don't know anything.
Dylan, you will hate it.
Really?
It's long, boring family drama.
Oh yeah.
You'll hate it. Okay, Black Klansman took the Grand Prix, which is second place, which was
Really?
kind of surprising. An American movie. Good for that. I'm very
Wait,
excited for it.
Is this a competition on a world
Can.
scale?
Yes. Well, the film festival. So whatever's in the film festival. That is very exciting. I'm very excited for that movie. Comes out August 10th, I think.
Sure.
Black Klansman. Black K.
Just
Klansman?
just
It's
one
just
little
Black
cut in
Klansman.
there, actually.
Took the Grand Prix. All right, exciting. Jake Gyllenhaal likely as Mysterio in the next Spider-Man
Ooh, we
movie.
got
I am
something.
so
Hashtag
angry.
Pumped.
I don't care.
I
Wait,
do care.
Does this mean that Spider-Man isn't dead in Infinity?
Oh my god, me and
No, he's
Dylan
actually
had
still dead.
such a conversation about this, about how like, yeah, because you were talking about how it's unfair for me to judge
yes,
Infinity
I
War.
think this.
Okay, so I was basically saying like it's Infinity War is dumb because like there's still no stakes, and I was talking about Marvel's.
Mom makes my.
I apologize.
Aiden from our second podcast interrupted us.
That idiot. Okay.
Yeah, he was.
Idiot.
But I was talking about how like Marvel
No
movies
stakes in
have no
Marvel.
stakes in general because like people die all the time and then come back, and you were like, but Infinity War they all die, and I'm like, but they're gonna come back, and you're like, that's not fair to Infinity War, and I'm like, yes it is because Spider-Man Homecoming is already announced.
That makes it sound worse than what I'm saying.
That's exactly what we said.
I still think. I don't know because it's clear they're gonna come back, but
Exactly.
that's partially because of how like the movie industry is and the MCU
That's
as a whole.
Marvel's fault.
No.
That
Guys,
is
think it's
Marvel's fault.
No,
I think
Marvel has
society's
created
fault
a
as a whole.
Star Wars tells you what's gonna happen next.
It's like,
What?
Well, no, except no, actually, I kind of never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind on that.
Marvel has created a universe where death isn't a problem.
But what I'm talking, like, my argument here is solely that if you are to judge a movie on its own, Infinity War has stakes. On its own, which is fair. In my opinion, that's fair to the movie.
I don't...
The movie itself. I think that's totally fair. I mean, obviously you're not going to, but like...
Listen,
I think that the second your characters die and everybody's like, I can't wait for them to come back. I think when that is how the person's mind works that is watching the movie. Because there was nobody that walked out of Infinity War and was like, damn, Spider-Man's dead. Everybody was like, okay, can't wait for him to come back in the next one.
I think if you're going to judge the stakes of Infinity War based off of it being its own movie, then it should be able to stand alone as its own movie. But
it can't.
Infinity
That's
War
true.
itself
You're very right.
draws from...
Oh, yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And that's where I think comparing Deadpool Solo and Infinity War is an issue. Because I don't think it can stand alone. Sorry, don't mean to go
That's
there
a
at all.
problem with Deadpool. That's
But
a problem
I
with
think
Infinity
Infinity
War.
War is judged as a movie, which is fair, I guess. Yeah, it's fair. But I think it is also an experience. So.
However, Jake Gyllenhaal,
Yes.
Mysterio, back to the thing.
I'm so sorry.
I am
Okay.
so mad
Wait,
about this.
I'm very
Can I
happy.
read a
Very
quick point?
good.
We have a little list that's the planning sheet, and directly under the topic we need to talk about Jake Gyllenhaal, it does say, "I am so mad about this."
I
in
wrote
parentheses.
in it, I am so mad about this because I hate it.
I am very
do
happy.
You
Freaking
hate
Marvel.
this because
Hey, Jamie
Jake
Foxx is
Gyllenhaal is an incredible actor.
Exactly.
And you hate him being dragged into Marvel.
Jake Gyllenhaal has been like Oscar worthy for the past like 5-6 years.
I adore Jake.
Well, he's gonna
Gyllenhaal.
get it with Spider-Man.
Nightcrawler broke back. I love Jake.
Exactly. Nightcrawler.
What if he does?
Nightcrawler. Prisoner.
Prisoners.
No, yeah. Aiden was talking the other day
Prisoners.
about, we were talking about the Oscars and he was like, Black Panther's gonna get so many Oscar nominations. And
I don't see
I've
that.
heard this again.
It's a foreign film.
I've heard this.
Costume design. That's it.
That's what I say, right? But I'm like,
No, it's from
I've heard this
Wakanda,
from other
guys.
people, and like, if that movie gets any nominations
Wakanda
other
forever.
than
Ramsey, yeah.
other than costume design, I'm going to have to very consider jumping off of something.
That's like people,
Just
that's like people who said
So
Wonder Woman
stupid.
would be nominated for Best Picture. I was like,
yeah, it's just
that's
no,
dumb.
it's not.
Do you
Okay.
wanna- do you want to move on? Yeah.
Wait, Mysterio thing.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
about Mysterio, go.
Okay.
We are rushing so much, it's fine. We can go
Mysterio,
over
in
it,
my
it's okay.
opinion, is a pretty interesting villain to cover because we know very little about him. And I know they've been doing that for the Spider-Man movies.
Mm-hmm.
But like Vulture was way more interesting than I thought they could make an old man in a bird suit. Like they deviate so much from the comics from that.
I
right?
thought that Vulture was
he's fine.
okay.
He's
I thought
interesting
that
enough.
Vulture was a pretty generic villain.
I agree.
And I think
But
that-
Michael Keaton's great.
Well,
Michael
it's just
Keaton is
fun to
great.
watch, of
I don't
course.
think the
Yeah.
twist was big enough.
Oh,
Like,
I love
really
that twist.
Like it was like
I didn't
how
think.
is it out?
I do like that twist.
I
like
think that's
that
a fun
lot.
twist. That's a really fun twist.
I think that I like that twist. I
Oh,
like
I
that
like
twist.
I didn't like the
twist, but
the
I
I'll
way
give
they
that
pulled
movie
the
a
twist
twist.
off because
It's
I
funny
think,
and it's-
I think Spider-Man could have eaten.
I actually think Spider-Man: Homecoming is like really close to being great, and then that whole boat sequence happens,
Oh, I
and
don't
I'm just
that
like,
boat. I don't like that boat sequence.
Stop.
Wait, what?
That's
Stop. And then
that
Iron Man
sequence
shows
is-
up, and I'm like, you're not supposed to be here. This isn't about you.
Get out of my phone!
Get
I
out of
actually
Spider-Man's
completely
movie.
agree with that. Like I don't like that
Everything
boat
else in
sequence at all.
Spider-Man: Homecoming, I'm like, this is a coming-of-age movie. Oh, the Washington D.C. stuff is like, eh.
Okay.
But
Oh, I liked him climbing the tower. though.
Let's move on.
Yeah,
Yes,
moving on.
Mysterio is cool. Jake Gyllenhaal.
okay, Lando being pansexual, that's fast.
I like it. I'm
I
okay with
don't
it.
care.
Shut up! Because
I like it in Solo.
It's in Solo.
Like, I love the L3 joke.
Yeah. Well, I think
Wait, does he
there
hook up
were
with a
there
droid?
were
Be honest.
a lot of people.
He
a lot
wants
of,
to.
A lot of people had a lot of problems with Lando being pansexual. Sorry. First of all, just starting with like the hardcore fans from the '70s who didn't like it because it's not the originals, and they can just
Yes,
shut
it
up.
is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Lando will screw anything.
Yeah,
Second of
I
all,
get that impression.
Yeah, I mean,
Second of all, there are people who are upset because they think that representation of pansexual people is purely, like in films now, is purely just people who are sexually attracted to everything and only want to have sex with everything all the time.
yeah.
Which,
High five, Ramsey.
which I mean, that's not really what happened in the movie anyway.
No.
And then there are people who think that it wasn't made a big enough point in the movie, so it's just kind of like an
I think
after
it
the
is.
fact kind of like
I think it is.
progressiveness nature. But it absolutely is.
Yeah, the whole L3
And-
scene.
And I mean, they're not going to stop a action space adventure
Can I-
about someone else.
Can I
and
tell you
say,
something?
hey, this character
Can I-
is pansexual.
Can I, like,
Yeah,
one
that's a good
thing?
point.
We mentioned this earlier, but I want you to know this because it's repulsive to me.
Christ.
When L3 died, he laughed. He thought it was funny.
I'm about to be harmed.
He legitimately thought that like the movie was trying to be comedic when L3 was killed.
Can I get silence, please?
Okay, that's not important. Okay, Jamie Foxx.
Wait.
What do you want,
Lando being
Dylan?
pansexual. Deadpool 2, I think Deadpool 2 does a good job with pansexuality. Because Deadpool is pansexual.
Is he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where did that come up?
It doesn't, but it comes up just as much as Solo. He's
Yeah.
like groping Colossus'
Well, that's the
butt.
thing too. I think once you make a point,
guess, yeah.
once you make a point of like mentioning, hey, this is a character's sexuality, then it's not.
As like,
Yeah, it's not as
I like it in
progressive
Deadpool
as-
too. My
it's
dad's
what
what
they are.
It becomes like unprogressive because like you're
Yeah.
just doing it to be progressive.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you're
I agree.
ignoring.
I
Please
totally
stop,
agree with
for the love
that.
of God.
It's not a part of the character.
Jamie
Yeah.
Foxx to star in Spawn reboot.
I have no idea.
Hooray!
I
I'm
don't-
so excited.
I could care less.
I
I
can we just
honestly,
move on instantly?
can we skip this?
I
Yeah,
like
let's
Jamie
skip it.
Foxx. That's why
I'm
I'm
a fan. He's a great Ray Charles.
Let's press the skip button.
Okay, skip button.
Can we have a
James
jingle for this?
Mangold Boba Fett announced. Now, to be
I'm
clear,
really excited
to
about
be
this.
clear, not confirmed
Yeah.
at
Yes,
all.
Confirmed.
No, it's not.
Has it not?
It was
I
a
don't think
Hollywood
it's confirmed.
Reporter article. The same
It's like Jake
people,
Gyllenhaal.
the
Not
same
confirmed.
people that said that Brad Bird Boba Fett was happening, the same people that said Obi-Wan was happening.
But
We do not.
Brad Bird Boba Fett was going to happen though, but they canceled it.
It was, but
And with
but
Obi-Wan movie, was
they
not
did
good.
cancel it before it was confirmed by Disney. It was rumored in the industry. Okay, until we have a statement from Disney that says this movie is coming out, it is not confirmed.
Has that not happened?
That has not happened yet.
Really, I didn't know that.
No, it never
I feel
happened
like
with.
it's gonna.
It never
yeah,
happened with Brad Bird, Boba Fett. It never happened with Obi-Wan, but everybody thought those movies were coming out anyway.
Well, regardless,
So
I
hope it's happening.
I would love to see a James Mangold Boba Fett.
I'm interested to see what James Mangold would do.
Yeah,
Because I
I'm
remember
only
when-
interested because of James Mangold.
When I love Boba Fett.
This is
I love
very
Boba
Star
Fett.
Wars,
Wait.
like,
This is like the
super Star Wars
argument. Like
fan.
I feel like half the fun of Boba Fett is that you don't know anything about Boba Fett, but also like
he's kind of
I'd
a
be
meme in the
To be
originals.
clear,
He
this
gets
would be a
accidentally
solo
killed.
movie.
yes,
Boba
this would be a Boba
not,
Fett central.
not a solo movie.
Yeah.
Boba Fett, a Star Wars story.
Boba Fett, a Star Wars story.
Fett.
Fett, a Star Wars story.
But you have to say it like,
There would be
Chili Alfredo.
there would be a guy like, oh, you fly alone, huh? Fett.
true.
That's a dumb fan service
We'll
moment.
call
I'll
you.
admit that. We'll call you Fett.
Can they do that through all the movies?
We'll call you
Rogue
Obi-Wan.
One. There is no Rogue One.
We'll call you Kenobi.
Wait, can we just real quick? I want to solidify. Can we talk about Solo more next week? Because I really want to.
Yes.
Cool. Thanks. Let's
Okay,
move on.
we're having a
Solidify
segment
this
next week for Solo.
Yeah.
Again with Jack. Okay. That's it for news.
Hooray! What's next?
Trailers.
Trailers.
Have you watched all the trailers,
Wait,
I
guys?
actually did.
Jingle.
Django!
New trailers.
Jingle.
Movie trailer. How does it go?
Movie trailer.
That's new releases.
No.
I wrote it. So
It's-
trailers. What do we?
Okay, did you guys watch the Burning trailer? Please say yes.
Yes.
What was it about?
That was the one
Your
that I
movie
put in
sucks
all
to
caps.
review.
Burning, watch this right hecking now.
Your
That's the one
movie
that I
sucks
wrote.
to review on it.
Did he? Did he like it?
He liked it a lot.
Wait,
Thank God.
what is it about?
I don't know. That's what I love about it. It's the one. Okay, so I know
Yes,
about
yes, I
this
remember
movie.
this one.
I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
about
yeah.
this movie because that's the trailer. I know about this movie because David Ehrlich was tweeting about it when he was at Cannes, the one of the critics for IndieWire, and he was like, "This is the best movie I've seen at Cannes ever," and I was like, "Okay, yes, please. You're a pretentious critic that I like." So I watched the trailer, and it's just like so. I love how it doesn't like really reveal what's going on. Like,
No, it doesn't.
but
I don't know what it's about.
There's like tension in it, and I'm like, yes, please, yes, please.
I feel like that's largely created because of the music that's following the
Sure.
trailer.
Ramsey's watching the trailer in the back of the room.
Yeah,
right now.
Ramsey. If you couldn't hurt,
Steven Yen looks really good.
Oh,
He
yeah,
does.
yeah,
Yoon?
in here. I
Yeah.
saw.
Is it Yen?
Yes, I think
Okay.
yeah, whatever.
Did you guys do
yeah,
birthdays? Good.
we did do birthdays. Ramsey read the birthdays.
Good.
Yes.
That's the segment I'm proud of. Go on. Trailers.
Next, Beautiful Boy. Did you guys watch Beautiful Boy?
I
trailer?
did. That looks really good.
I think a full length trailer came out since I
Oh,
wrote
wait,
that.
really? I only watched the
I
short
wrote
one.
I wrote the short one.
The short
Okay,
one
okay,
was
so
good.
maybe it's just a short one. That
No, I
looks
think it's just a short.
so good.
It looks
Timothy
really
Chalamet,
good.
Steve Carell.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yes,
I
It looks like Lady Bird and Call Me by Your
Please.
Name.
all at once.
Yeah.
and I love it.
Yeah, it looks really
Except
good.
minus the things that make
Except-
both of those movies progressive.
Minus the progressive
Yeah.
things plus meth.
Oh, is that what it's about?
Now,
Yeah,
question.
like Timothy Chalamet's on meth.
I didn't actually know what it was about, but
Yeah.
it just looked good.
It's about Steve Carell and his
His
son
character
does meth.
gay?
I don't think so. He does meth though.
Quick point.
I think it's
Chalamet
meth. I'm
plays
pretty sure
such a
it's
good gay
Is
guy.
that a bad
We
thing?
need Elio to
That's a
come
no.
on.
Yes.
That's
Elio. If there's no mention of the word Elio, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, Mowgli. Thoughts?
Whatever.
I don't care
look-
about it. I'm just
I don't
like
know.
I don't need this.
It's weird. Literally the tagline in the trailer was like,
What is it?
"It's like the Jungle Book, but darker."
Yeah, pretty much. The darkest
Okay.
telling.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like I quote Aiden a lot on the show, but he was like, it looks like Warner Brothers darkifying it
Yeah,
like usual.
exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't
yeah,
look
witness the darkest telling.
outrageous. It doesn't look any
Honestly, prepare
different
for
from
the
John
podcast.
Favreau's. Like it looks like you could take John Favreau's and
Put a filter over it. and
replace
you've
yeah,
got
put a
it.
filter, replace
I think
some
the thing
shots.
about the Jungle Book that's so fun is that it's like
Fun?
so fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like bright colors, the bare
have you guys
necessities,
seen
like
the 2016 one?
Yeah.
No, actually,
No.
not yet.
You,
I have,
you
yeah.
like it?
I have.
I,
I like that
really
movie.
like that movie.
I love that movie, and then the car scene happens, and I'm like, stop happening, and then it
Oh,
stops happening really fast,
the
and I'm like, oh,
concept's
thank
okay.
you.
It's just like
it's just to
in
detract.
there.
It just,
Yeah, that's true.
It just
That's
kind
true.
of stops.
I don't think there's any point in like having a darkified version of the Jungle Book. The Jungle Book's purpose is like being this like fun child.
Is that the purpose? Is the book?
Oh my
dark?
gosh, have you seen the first Jungle Book, like the original Jungle Book?
The
It's just a fun
cartoon?
little romp.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's
like you
that's
see
literally-
Shere Khan like when he gets his tail lit on fire and he runs in circles. Like
Yeah. But is the book?
no.
How dark is the book?
I don't know.
Yeah, but
I don't care.
I
Wait,
think,
which book?
I think there's
The
a part.
Jungle
the
Book?
Jungle Book.
I think
The
there's a
Jungle
part
Book
where
book?
The Jungle Book book.
I think there's a part
Rudyard
where monkeys
Kipling,
fight
right?
to the death, but
I'm pretty sure the
I think that's the
actual
most
book.
brutal
It
part.
is Rudyard Kipling.
Yeah, it is a book.
I'm
It is a
pretty
book.
sure his book is actually dark.
Okay.
So maybe that's why. But I don't know. I like the. I'm fine with
Okay,
the happy.
So yeah, I could probably live without seeing Mowgli.
Next,
Yeah.
Christopher Robin.
Oh, I
It
want to
looks
see
so
that.
cute.
I-
I'm so excited.
It
It
looks
looks like Nanny McPhee, but with
Yeah.
with Winnie the Pooh.
It,
It
it
does look
doesn't
good.
look like it's gonna be like a cinematic masterpiece, but
I can see
I
it.
really want it. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's,
excited.
It's just such a. Like,
I love the guy. Whoever's voicing Pooh is a god.
It's-
Is it the guy?
Yeah, it's Jim
Is he still
Cummings.
alive?
Yes.
Jeez, I didn't
Are
know
you
that.
kidding me?
I didn't know that. That
I-
movie came out a
He
long time
voices-
ago.
He's a like major voice actor.
I don't know voice actors.
Hondo Anaka
Don't care.
from the Clone Wars. Come
You
on.
lost
It's
me,
like
friend.
you don't even know.
I just want to throw it out there that
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know if
okay.
this has been mentioned on the podcast,
You say
but Brian Johnson adores Paddington 2.
Paddington
It's
2.
been said.
I'm looking at Paddington 2
favorite.
right now.
Well,
There's a Paddington sticker on my laptop.
Brian, you're working on the essay, right?
I am
You're
working on a
trying to put that
Paddington
out
2 essay.
And I think it's funny that you're excited for Christopher Robin because similar, like
Wow, they're bears
They're
that can
bears.
talk.
exactly.
Okay.
Okay, what's next?
Boo, I closed my laptop to look at the Paddington sticker, so I don't know. Won't You Be My Neighbor? Was there a new one?
Yes.
I did not see the
Oh,
new
it
one.
looks so great. Oh,
I'm
I really
very
wanna
excited
watch
for
It,
that
it
movie.
looks so sweet.
This is
It also looks somehow like epic.
Yeah.
Rogers.
It looks like
kind of epic
I
in like a
saw-
quirky way.
I was looking through the reviews just to see what people thought of it, and like there was one that was a negative review, and it was saying
Wait, really?
like it's hard to get a good view on Mr. Rogers if like everything that's being said about him is good stuff. It's like, well, maybe he's just a good person.
It's possible.
Stop being a dick, God. Back off.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Actually, I love Mr. Rogers.
I enjoyed the fact that like it's kind of like being quirky
Mm-hmm.
and like I just think it's like very cute, like as Dylan said, like almost epic because like it's like such a like a simple like
Yeah.
basic concept,
Yeah.
but it would be so cute if it was like kind of
Alright.
epic.
Movies watched.
Jingle.
That's enough.
Stop that.
Okay.
Let's just do real quick.
You want to
quick.
start, Jack?
Yeah, sure.
Go for it. What movies have you watched?
I watched 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Good ass movie.
Because in Washington D.C. in the what's it? The
We don't live near there. Don't track us down and kill us.
What's up, Brian? Save your
You
Um,
drove
they-
so far. I can't believe it.
10 hours. There was an exhibit where someone recreated the bedroom from one of the last scenes in the movie, It was incredible.
That sounds
first
awesome.
Of all. Second of all, the movie, I watched it. It was one of my new favorites, I'd have to say.
On first viewing.
Yes.
That surprises me.
It's very good.
I'm glad.
I
You're one of the few people I've talked to who watches that movie and on first viewing is like, this is perfect.
Yeah. It's
Most
amazing.
people have to watch it like 4 times before they're like, I think this is good.
I mean, the moment Hal dies, it's just like Stanley Kubrick.
what?
So high.
What?
So yeah.
Oh my
It's
god,
really
the
good.
colors. The colors.
I saw some of the colors today.
That was like what, like a 10-minute sequence?
Like 30.
Yeah, it's like 20-30 minutes of colors.
Insane.
Acid is
But it's a
fun.
great movie.
I was transfixed at that part just because I was like, it's gonna end eventually,
that's-
I
right?
feel like
And then it kept
That's
going.
what I
and was
love
like,
about
what the
that
fuck's
movie.
I
Is
feel
it's transfixing. You,
In a
you
very
set it up and
weird
you
way.
You can't pull away.
I feel like if you did acid on that movie, your trip would just be normal life.
Yeah.
Your trip would just be like, just walking around your house, just
Yeah.
being like, oh, this is okay.
Oh wow, that's
Okay,
good movie.
Ramsey, what movies have you watched?
oh
You can talk about your sentence essay if you
oh
want.
yes. So for school, I am writing a 16-page paper.
16
About-
page. What are you talking about? 16
It
page.
doesn't even.
It's like 10 pages. It's
Mine is already at 13.
4,000 words.
Mine is already at 30. Anyway,
4,000 words.
I'm writing it on Damien Chazelle and La La Land and Whiplash.
Ooh.
These have to be 2 of my favorite films of all time. I
Great
think
films.
Whiplash has one of the greatest endings I've ever seen in film.
Maybe
and La La
the
Land
best
just has
since,
this like
it hasn't been beaten since
since it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since Infinity War. Let's
And
be-
La
let's be
La
real.
Land, like it's just like this like
La La Land
I've never
has,
thought
it has one of my favorite openings easily.
Yeah.
Outside of
The
Star
Day of
Wars
Song.
stuff. Yeah.
Also a
Yes.
great ass ending.
yeah.
There are people who are like, that ending is lifted out of the Umbrellas of Cherbourg. Have you ever seen the Umbrellas of Cherbourg? It is
Does anyone
not.
Okay,
It is
go on.
nothing like it.
And I don't know. I feel like I'm not the kind of person who would like enjoy watching like a romance between 2 people, but the way they pull it off and the music is
Yeah.
just perfect. So
Correct.
wow,
good
if
news.
anybody you're listening to this hasn't watched those movies, you're missing out.
And to think that the
You're
people
an
who
idiot.
wrote that music wrote Dear Evan Hansen, and it sucked.
It's
Fight me,
Have you
Brian.
listened to the music in that
Yes,
movie?
I have.
It's
Oh,
so
no.
good.
Oh, no. Please, please, please.
like,
Waving through a window.
Brian
Have I told you?
Johnson.
Literally,
No.
okay, this is a side
No.
note, but about
That's
Dear Evan
no.
Hansen, literally every time I like step into the shower, waving through a window comes in my head. I don't know why. It just does.
Well, they
It's
write
amazing. I love it.
They wrote that show to be catchy, but not good.
That song is so good. Okay, can you admit to me that song is perfect?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Jesus Christ. See other
Waving,
shows,
waving through a
Brian.
window is a perfect song.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's good.
It blatantly is.
I also said Brian.
Objective.
No, it objectively is. No, because okay, that is such a tangent.
Alright,
but
yeah.
that
I also
that
saw
song,
Drive
like-
and Ryan Gosling is perfect. Anyway, Brian,
Yes, he
what
is.
movies have you seen?
Wait, no, Brian already. Did you go?
No, I didn't.
No.
I was just
Yeah,
talking
I
about how
know.
great Dear
I
Evan
would
Hansen
answer
is.
them.
But also Sincerely Me is hilarious. But whatever. I'm doing my extended essay as well, the 4,000 word paper. I'm doing it on 2 obscure movies.
Of course.
Never Let Me
What?
Go.
You're kidding.
Never Let Me Go. From 2010. Any of you guys see that?
No.
Awesome.
Yes. Sitting next to you.
Yeah, I've been talking
I
to
know-
Ramsey
I
about
know
this
the
movie
entire plot.
all day. Okay, so that movie is like one of the most emotional experiences that a person can go on. Like, it's just all over the place, and it's about clones being raised for slaughter, basically. Okay, so it's about a dystopian past, technically, because it's in the 50s, but where people are cloned at birth and then raised as organ donors so that there's no disease.
Right.
And it just follows the life of 3 of these donors, and it's a romance, it's heartfelt, it's amazing, and I love every second of it.
Unwind.
I appreciate the fact
The
that
book. Isn't that like what the book Unwind is about?
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay, go on.
Kind of.
yeah.
Go on.
But don't relate it to that piece of garbage. You...
inbred.
Continuing.
It's like, okay, so Michael Bay's The Island has the same plot, but it's not an action movie, and it's not bad.
And Michael Bay didn't do it. Thank God.
Correct. Okay, and then the other one I'm doing is The Lobster, which is the absolute opposite movie, and I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
The
Good
Lobster is the most emotionless movie that has ever existed, and it is so amazing for it. The movie is so funny.
It's so
It was definitely directed by a
so
sociopath.
funny. Yorgos Lanthimos is my hero. No, but like just like the line, the best delivered line, like that might be like the best delivered line in a movie when John C. Reilly is like pointing the gun at him and he's like, don't do it. You're my best friend in the whole world. And he's like, I don't know if I'm your best friend in the whole world. It's like the way he talks is so good.
You're just like, let's take a step back. That's a big umbrella, like the entire world.
It's like, I don't know.
I love there's like one shot that I love. Well, I mean, I guess it's a scene.
Is it the color thing?
No, it's
Damn,
where he. It's
I love
where
the color
Where
thing.
his dog gets kicked
It's
to
where
death.
he's sitting in the hot tub. Just because, you know, he wants to be a lobster. It's cool.
It's very good.
I really liked that that movie. I reminded me of Wes Anderson because it was quirky, but it was quirky in a very different way than Wes Anderson.
Yeah, like
because
it's
it
not
wasn't,
Wes Anderson.
Adorable.
Yeah.
It was like just the
Wes Anderson's
delivery
quirky
of a
is his
lot
own
of
style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The delivery of a lot of lies are just like hysterical. And
No, yeah, like the lady in the beginning when he's talking about why he wants to be a lobster.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's like, think about being turned into an animal if you don't find love is a good thing. It'll be a chance to find another companion, but it must be a thing of a similar animal. A camel and a hippopotamus could never be together. Think about it. And she's like, think about it, and there's like a pause for you to think about it. We're being interrupted.
We are being interrupted again. Brian messed up again. Try not to take it out on anyone who doesn't deserve blame. This is all Brian and no one else.
Oh my god, again. Okay.
Yeah,
the lobster.
I love the fact that she's like, take a moment to think about it, and then there's just a pause in the film, and you're like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you're right. Camels and hippopotamus can't be together.
Good movie.
Good
All
movie.
right,
Dylan.
Okay,
You get to talk
I'm
about
gonna
your
go
boring ass
pretty
movies.
quick. So the movies I'm doing for my essay are The Blair Witch Project and The Witch. And I think those are two of the scariest or most intense horror films I've ever
think he
seen.
means boring.
No, I genuinely think
It's so funny
I think
because
those
are like the two horror movies that I think of, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Blair
it's
Witch
so
I can
boring.
understand a little more, but I think The Witch is like
It's so long and
incredibly
drawn
frightening.
out, and I'm just like, I don't care.
I love them. I love them both. I won't get into it.
I'm in the minority on that, to be clear.
Solo, Deadpool 2, and then Tully was last week, but I wanted to.
Do you wanna
bring
talk
it
about
up.
Tully?
I really
Ooh, yeah,
like
I
Tully.
would
Not
love to
for
talk
too
about
long
Tully.
because
I still have to watch Tully.
We definitely need to be brief, but I thoroughly enjoyed Tully. as
you
a
saw
film.
Tully.
Yeah.
Did you see it with Lauren?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
You like this?
Yeah, I loved
liked it
Tully.
too.
It was like I
Tully's
thought it
like
was
my
very
number 3 of the year.
interesting because it was a coming of age story, but
For a mom.
it was a mom. It
For
was
a
like
mom.
this like
Yeah.
40-plus-year-old woman coming. Okay, wait. Now I feel bad. I hope she's at least
Charlize
40.
Theron's 40.
She's very made up as well, so
Yeah.
she almost looks older.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Thank
40
God.
isn't a bad thing.
I know, but I just like I didn't want it to be
Charlize
like
Theron's 40. I'm
30
confident.
and me be like she's like 40.
I'll check. We'll see
but
if you're a bad person or not.
She's probably older than she
the
looks.
fact that it's like this beautiful coming of age story of somebody who like
Is
in
mentally
our
ill.
minds is already grown.
She's
like
also mentally ill.
That's a
wanna
spoiler.
shut up. Yeah,
She's 42.
That's a huge spoiler.
Yeah, but we sorry.
I also
Can I-
thoroughly enjoyed the spoiler.
Can I ask you, did you guys see it coming? Either.
No, I didn't, and I don't know how because I think it's pretty obvious.
I
I
did.
did.
I did.
Yeah,
I totally get.
You also knew there was a twist.
I did not.
I told you there was a twist. I was like,
Oh, I didn't.
Okay.
I don't recall.
well, then you're just smart. Good job. I'm smart too.
There
Yeah.
was a point where I was like, "This is getting too weird," so
I knew
something's gonna happen.
No,
you
they-
know the point.
I
They
knew
kept
the
on.
night at the
They
bar.
kept on doing something that I was like, okay,
Wait,
okay.
can I ask what?
where they
we
talk
can spoil
about
it.
where she talks about her
Yeah,
past
let
or
me just
whatnot.
cover
No.
my ears real quick because I haven't seen
Sure.
it.
Okay, so spoilers for Tully. She basically keeps talking about how or whenever Mackenzie Davis's character does something,
Mackenzie Davis, the
the
roommate.
young one, who's the young one.
Oh, the hot one. Like, sorry, my bad.
Whenever she does something, Charlize Theron will be like, "Oh, me too."
Ah.
Or whenever Charlize Theron does, like when Charlize Theron pulls down the drink that she used to have, or when Mackenzie Davis is like, "Oh, we have these drinks all the time," and Charlize Theron's like, "Oh, we used to have those all the time in college," and I'm like,
Wait.
or
I actually didn't catch that. to be
Charlize
honest.
Theron puts on a song on the jukebox, and Mackenzie Davis comes over here and is like, "What? That's one of my favorite songs."
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
that's not what did it for me.
Jack gave up.
Well, yeah, because I realized I'm a dingus because I'm gonna be listening back to this later.
I don't want to listen to this one. Oh my god, here they are.
They didn't even say it outright what it is. So.
We didn't say outright.
Oh, okay. Good.
All right,
but
well,
it's-
we should maybe.
Yeah,
we should
let's wrap it
probably
up.
wrap that up. So
Great film. Though.
Thanks for
Jack, do you want to? 'Cause you usually do. So
Yeah,
you can
thanks
do it.
for listening to M3 Movies. I'm Jack.
I'm Brian.
I'm Dylan.
This
was
has
so
been
cute.
M3 Movies.
You should like and subscribe.
Yeah!
And comment.
Like, do that, please.
And actually watch the freaking videos. Sorry.
Ramsey.
Oh yeah, guys.
Last don't assault our 10 subscribers.
Last week, if you didn't watch, Jack, I couldn't be here on the podcast, and instead of going without me like we did, Jack made a lovely film essay on Star Wars.
That was very nice.
The Return of the Jedi fight and how to make action movies, action scenes actually good. Marvel, sorry.
But
and if you
that
have
was
not
not the
checked
point
that
I was
out,
trying to
Very good
make.
essay.
I definitely didn't.
you definitely didn't put in clips of Marvel whenever you're talking about how bad action scenes are.
I used
but-
Jurassic World.
That's true.
Jurassic 2. Okay, but you should watch that if you haven't, because he put a lot of effort into it, and I'm proud of him.
Thank you, Brian. That means a lot.
You're welcome. Okay, bye.
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 Love you.